Hello everyone, you want to change your medium from Hindi medium to English medium so that you can enhance your chances of getting into civil services examination, in IAS examination, right? So you must be thinking that how to change the medium from Hindi medium to English medium. If you have studied from the first class to the intermediate or even to the graduation throughout in Hindi medium, still if you are thinking that is it at this stage possible to change the medium from Hindi to English, the answer is yes, it is possible. Now why should we change the medium from Hindi to English? So that the chances of yours getting into the civil service examination could get enhanced manyfold. आपको लगता होगा कि क्या मीडियम को चेंज करने से मेरे सिलेक्शन के चांसेस इंक्रीज हो सकते हैं? यस, एक यूपीएससी की रिपोर्ट है जो कि आप यूपीएससी के वेबसाइट पर जाकर के रीड कर सकते हैं. आपको क्लियरली उसमें डेटा मेंशन मिलेगा कि ओनली 5%, 4 to 5% of Hindi medium aspirants finally clear the UPSC examination, right? तो अब सबसे पहले आपको लगता होगा कि द हिंदू या द इंडियन एक्सप्रेस ऐसे जो न्यूज़पेपर्स हैं उनको आप नहीं पढ़ सकते, ऐसा आप लोगों को बताया जाता है हमेशा, राइट? बट ऐसा नहीं है. अगर थोड़ी सी हेल्प की जाए, स्ट्रैटेजी बनाई जाए तो आपने मीडियम को चेंज करके पूरे हिंदी मीडियम के सिलेक्शन को इंक्रीज किया जा सकता है. नाउ लेट अस ट्राई दैट हाउ टू चेंज द मीडियम फ्रॉम हिंदी मीडियम टू इंग्लिश मीडियम. जैसे आप एक एग्जांपल लीजिए. व्हेन एन हिंदी मीडियम स्टूडेंट गोज टू स्कूल, what happens that all the medium of instructions, all the talkings, all the dictations, right, everything happens in Hindi. But when an English medium student goes to school, what happens? Everything is dictated in English, every single thing. He or she is supposed to speak in English in the class, right? That's where the difference lies. You people are not speaking, you people are not listening English more and more, right, and not writing. That is where the huge difference gets created between Hindi medium and English medium. That is why Hindi medium students get feared a lot that no, I will not be able to change my medium. English is so tough, I will not be able to do it, right? But here is that I will be teaching you in English, right, in English medium only, so that you can get a feel. आपको महसूस हो सके कि हाँ आप एक इंग्लिश मीडियम की क्लास में बैठे हैं, आपको ऐसा फील करना चाहिए. एंड यू जस्ट फोकस ऑन अंडरस्टैंडिंग वट एवर आई एम सेइंग. आपको बस समझने पर फोकस करना है कि मैं आपसे क्या बोलने जा रहा हूं, क्या मैं समझा रहा हूं. ये द हिंदू का एडिटोरियल है, ठीक है, इसको समझना कैसे है तो मैं आपको ज्यादा से ज्यादा मैं इंग्लिश में बोलूंगा, ठीक है, और बहुत ही सिंपलिस्टिक इंग्लिश, जिससे कि आपको ये लगे कि हाँ मैं एक इंग्लिश मीडियम का स्टूडेंट हूं, मैं इंग्लिश को सुन रहा हूं और मैं समझ भी रहा हूं. इससे आपके अंदर एक तरीके से मोटिवेशन आएगा, ये कॉन्फिडेंस आएगा कि यस आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड. अगर मैं जितना भी आपको इंग्लिश में बोलता हूं, इफ यू आर एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड 40 to 50% ऑफ व्हाट आई स्पीक टू यू इन इंग्लिश, right, then definitely your chances of clearing the civil service examination in English medium are higher and higher, right? So let us get started that how to change the medium from Hindi to English. So this is the editorial of the Hindu newspaper, right, and the heading of the editorial is democratic engagement with a digital plugin, right? So how to read an editorial, right? So whenever you open a newspaper, right, either it is a hard copy or a soft copy, first of all what you need to see is that you have to see, or you must see the heading. You must see the heading. So while seeing the heading, you should try first read the heading, democratic engagement with a digital plugin. So once you have read the heading, now you just think for 1 second or 5 seconds that what is the meaning of this particular heading. Before reading this entire editorial, you just focus on understanding the heading of the editorial. Once you are able to understand the heading of the editorial, or like at least 5%, 60-70%, if you are able to understand this, you will have almost 90% idea that what is going to be written under this heading. That means what this particular editorial is going to talk to you, right? So this is the first strategy that you need to apply while reading the Hindu newspaper, or for that matter any newspaper for the civil services examination. All right, so you have read it. Now whatever you are able to understand, see how to understand. Here it is written democratic. You don't have to search for democratic, democracy, just relate it with the democracy word initially, because in one day nobody can understand everything, right? But in one day at least we can be sure of that, yes I can change the medium, right? So democratic engagement means what? Engagement was, think, if it is not coming to your mind, leave it. Democratic engagement with a digital plugin. Digital means you can understand. Digital means okay, something like Instagram, Twitter, digital boards, okay, or the televisions, news channels, anything that comes to your mind. So what you can relate is that only with this word, democratic and digital, these two words, if you know And I'm sure that everybody must be knowing the meaning of democracy, the meaning of digital, right? So that means you can now relate that, okay, there would be something in this particular editorial, related with the digital or democracy. Some kind of relationship is there, right? So here is the engagement, right? So you can replace this word, you can write democratic relationship with a digital plugin, right? So now here, without knowing the meaning, without knowing the much meaning, without knowing the vocabulary, without knowing the word meaning, everything, you are able to understand. So this is how you'll have to increase your understanding, right? So first of all, democratic and digital. So that means there is something, some kind of relationship between digital and democracy. Now you are fine. Okay, now let us move ahead. Now let us see that after having understood the meaning of the heading of the editorial, what is written inside the editorial, let us try to understand that how much we are able to understand, right? So here the first line goes like this. Imagine a summer. Summer means summer vacation, right? So I'll be speaking in English so that you can get a feel that you are an English medium student, and you can just think that, okay, yes, I'm able to understand, right? That's where the motivation comes you. Okay, so imagine means think. Imagine a summer evening. Okay, imagine a summer evening, like summer vacation. Okay, summer evening. You understand? Okay, afternoon, after evening, right? So imagine a summer evening in the United Kingdom. Name of a country. It is the name of a country. So imagine a summer evening in the United Kingdom. Or here it could be like, imagine a summer evening in India. That is also perfectly fine, right? So imagine a summer evening in the United Kingdom. Right means just before lunch, like example, just before lunch, right? So right before the Brexit. Brexit means what? If we break this particular word, Brexit means Britain and exit. Brexit. So in short, it is called Brexit, right? Britain, exit, Brexit. All right. So right before the Brexit referendum. Referendum means, suppose there are 100 students are sitting in the class, and I am asking that how many of you want to change the medium from Hindi to English. Suppose if 60 students says that yes. Okay. So 60 students says that yes, referendum. So what I did the referendum in the class with respect to or related to changing the medium, right? So referendum means to collect the opinion of the students sitting in the class, right? Referendum. So referendum. Brexit, right before the Brexit referendum. So this is like a one word, Brexit referendum, that whether Britain should leave the European Union or not. So the Britain people were asking, so everybody was asking that should we leave the European Union or not, right, in the Britain. So that is what is the Brexit referendum, right? Now social media, you know what is the social media? YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, right, Google, everything is the social media, right? Social media was means tha. Social media was flooded with, flood means like flood means what? Lot of water, right? So here social media was flooded with lot of posts like you do post, okay, on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, you do post a lot of posts, right? So likewise flooded with, bhara hua tha, right? So social media was flooded with the posts and advertisements. So suppose you are doing some kind of shopping, okay, on Amazon, okay, and then when you are opening your Facebook or Instagram, you see the Amazon kind of an advertisement, right? Those kind of advertisement is being talked about here, okay? So social media was flooded with posts and advertisements. So social media was flooded with means full of posts and advertisements. Now each one like 1, 2, 3, like everyone or each one, right? So each one more eye-catching than the other. So that means comparison here. Here we are doing the comparison. So eye-catching means attractive. So like one post you have seen, and then when you see the next post, like here, let's try to understand. First post you have seen, suppose, and you say, wow, yaar, what is the post? When you see the next post, you say, oh my God, this is better than the first post that I saw, right? So each one more eye-catching than the other, right? So, but among these, a campaign But among these, a camp called Leave EU. So advertisement about Leave EU, like all the kind of, so many posts were coming, but one post was Leave EU, Leave EU. So this can come in examination also, right? That what is Leave EU? What is Leave EU? So it was a campaign, right? Leave EU began to stand out. To stand out means it was looking different than other advertisements, right? Because it was looking different than other advertisements which were being posted on social media platforms like Instagram. Okay, now are you able to understand the kind of image that I'm trying to make, right? So here, up till here, what we have understood is that Britain is a name of a country, whether you say Britain or you say United Kingdom, right? So United Kingdom wants to, or wanted to, because it has happened earlier. So United Kingdom wanted to leave what? European Union. So for that, what they did that they posted a lot of advertisements on social media platforms. So all the British people started watching that. Okay, then out of all the advertisements, Leave EU was the one advertisement which was looking different. So everybody was started looking at that. What is this, right? So up till here, this is the story. That is it. All right, the messages, you understand messages, you sent messages, the messages played on fears. Okay, played on fears means the kind of messages that were being sent on these kind of advertisements, right? They were creating fear. डर का माहौल बना रहे थे. They were creating fears, hopes, some kind of hope. Okay, I have a hope that I will become an IAS officer in future. Hope, some optimism, right? Some kind of positive thinking, right? So hopes and a sense of lost identity, like sense of lost means खो जाना, identity means खुद की पहचान, sense of एक feeling होना, sense means feeling, sense of lost identity. So everything, so these three things, fear, hopes and a sense of lost identity was mentioned in this Leave EU advertisement, which was floating or flooded on the social media platforms, right? So now here let us talk about what was Leave EU campaign, right? So Leave EU harnessed digital platforms. So harness मतलब use करना, to use. Leave EU was a campaign which was being run by British people, right? So that they can get convinced that, okay, should we leave the European Union or not? All right. So Leave EU harnessed digital platforms to target individuals, तो इसका मतलब क्या है? Target individuals means, like suppose if I give advertisement for change the medium for UPSC, so I will be targeting whom? I will be targeting the students who wants to change the medium. So that is what EU was doing. Harnessed means to use, right? Leave EU harnessed digital platforms. So digital platforms like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, right? Digital platforms to target individuals with calculated means well thought of, सोच समझ करके, to with calculated and data driven content. तो data driven content means to identify popular topics. So what was the popular topics in Britain at that point in time? Was the leaving the European Union, right? So that was the popular topic, right? So that is called the data driven content, right? So these kind of things were mentioned, right? Shaping means आकार देना. How? If I help you to change your medium, so that means I'm shaping your mind, helping your mind to prepare from Hindi to English, right? That is how shaping their perceptions. Perceptions means your viewpoint, how you look at me, what do you think about me, that I'm helping you to change your medium. Am I doing right thing or wrong thing? It is your perception, it is your thinking, it is your point of view about me, that how you look my efforts, right? So this is what the meaning of the perception. Their perceptions and pushing them towards voting to leave the European Union, right? Pushing them means who's? British citizens, motivating them or pushing them towards की ओर, towards means की ओर, voting to leave the European Union, कि European Union को छोड़ देते हैं, right? I hope you are able to understand, right? This is so easy. It will become so easy once you will start understanding things, right? So today, as we look मतलब जैसे today as we look back at the Brexit referendum. So whatever has happened in the past, जो भी पास्ट में हो चुका है, आज जब हम पीछे देखते हैं, टुडे, आज, as we look back, जैसे ही पीछे देखते हैं at the Brexit referendum, जो कि हो चुका है, right? So today, as we look back at the Brexit referendum, it serves as a potent reminder of how the structure of democracy is increasingly being defined by technology. Now, up till here, you could have understood that role of digital platforms in democracy is the topic. It should be the topic. Right now you can understand, okay, in democracy, like wherever elections are happening, right? So in India also we use Facebook, right? BJP, or like so many parties, like every party give their advertisement, right? So this is what is being called here, that what is the use and how the digital media is being used in the democracy, right? Electoral democracy, where the people are motivated to vote to this party, to that party, right? So this is going to be the topic. This is very important for you. You must read it, right? Today, as we look back at the Brexit referendum, it serves as a potent reminder. Potent means very strong, very powerful. Like you are a very potent person. You are a very potent person. So you are a very strong person. You are a very powerful person. These are synonyms, right? So it serves as. तो ये जो है ना, ये it serves as a potent reminder of how the structure of democracy. Structure of democracy means democracy की संरचना कैसे है, right? Is increasingly, मतलब बढ़ चढ़ के being defined by the technology. That technology का जो use, technology means here what? YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. This is called the technology here. Social media platforms are calling the technology over here, right? So technology, how technology is defining the use, right? That democracy's structure, how the structure of the democracy will be, that will be decided by the technology nowadays very much, right? Examples like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, advertisements by government of India, by state governments, wherever the elections are happening, right? So this is the example of India also, right? Now, digital platforms, again, whenever you read the word digital platform, so digital platforms means what? Digital platform, the moment I take the name digital platform, you should say Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Google, anything that comes to your mind, you can say any one of that, right? So digital platforms once means एक बार, once seen, देखे जाते थे as great equalizers. Equalizers means बराबर. Like suppose Hindi medium students are getting like, only 4 to 5 students are selected, and English mediums are like 1000 students, right? So this is the gap. But when we equalize, Hindi medium also 500, English medium also 5, so equal, right? Equalizer, okay, equalizer. So here equalizer, that empowered means women empowerment, kind of, shakshaktikarana karna, strengthen karna, to strong, to make them bold, right? That empowered the masses means people, masses, and amplified means और ज़्यादा बड़ा करना, right? Amplified previously unheard voices, like when we did not have any phones, when we did not have these kind of social media platforms, then our voices were not heard. Nobody was able to listen to our voice. But now we can vote from here, we can give our opinions in the exit poll, something like these kind of things are happening or not, right, in elections. So with the digital platforms, it is happening that the people's voice were not earlier heard, but now with the help of the digital platforms like like Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, we can give our opinions that which particular government is going to come to the power, right? What are these issues, right? So these kind of things are being happening with the help of the digital media, right? So unheard voices means the people's like very general kind of people, they were not able to give their opinion, right? So this is the meaning of the unheard voices, have become a double-edged sword. Now that social media platforms or the digital platforms have become a double-edged swords, like this is a sword, this side is also very sharp and that side is also very, very sharp, right? So now everywhere it is very sharpening. So like means dangers and threats are coming a lot, right? So we see a similar trend. So trend means fashion. We see a similar trend in India. So same thing that has happened in United Kingdom or Britain or England, right? Whatever has happened, the same trend is happening in India. Like we see a similar trend in India where digital campaigns are now central. केंद्र में digital campaigns are now central to electoral strategies. Electoral strategies means suppose the BJP is thinking about to win an election. Every party thinks to win the election, right? So what kind of strategies, रणनीति कैसे बनाते, right? So electoral strategies, चुनाव की जो strategies है, रणनीतियां कैसे बनाते, right? Electoral strategies not only by national parties. So national parties are using these digital platforms like Instagram, Twitter, YouTube very broadly, right? So that they can reach to more people, more and more people, so that more people could get motivated to vote to their party, right? This is what is being possible with the help of the digital platforms like Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and all that, right? So it is not only being used by the national parties, but it is also used by the regional parties like Samajwadi Party, right? These kind of parties. Okay, so likewise you try to understand. So today the purpose was making you understand is that you are an English medium. So you have to suppose it, you'll have to think, you'll have to imagine that you are an English medium student. While watching this video, you are an English medium student, right? And whatever I have spoken in a very simple kind of an English, you just try to understand that whether or you are able to understand something or not. If you are able to understand 50 to 60% of what I have spoken to you, that means you have very high chances or strong chances to change your medium from Hindi medium to English medium, so that the chances of yours getting into the civil service examination could be enhanced manifold, right? So here is the WhatsApp number 7080507433. You can contact on this particular number if you want to change your medium or any queries you have with regard to this. Thank you so much. Share